Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and NB pals, welcome back to Fallapalooza 3, a $2,000 duos tournament for Fall Guys, sponsored by the community. I'm joined again in the booth by my good friend Chloe, aka Beginning. Chloe, what a tournament this has already been.
This has been such a delight. I'm so happy that I got to do this early part of the day because these games have just been incredible to commentate, incredible to watch, and honestly, it's not going to get any easier to commentate either as we have some tremendous names coming into Group B here.
Oh, yes, we certainly do. So you thought Group 1 was stacked. Group 2, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our players. Delete Fall Mountain. Now, Delete Fall Mountain, same name, but might have a little bit of a roster change. We've replaced Chewy Louie with Kitana Prime. Kitana Prime was the original Delete Fall Mountain duo partner for Triumph. Finally getting their debut in Fallapalooza, going up against the Sandy Boys, which is Scotto Bozo and Mantode, making their Fallapalooza debut.
Yeah, that's going to be really exciting to watch because obviously KP and Triumph are veteran duo people and they have played together for a while, but like we said about Scottobozo and Mantadia, they are people who we just don't know anything about, which is probably the best situation going forward because you don't know what to predict about that.
For sure. Yep. They could be, silent but deadly, we could say. The next matchup, we got Team Slime Survivors and Frogs and Cogs. Both of these teams are actually brand new to Fallapalooza. Both of these players, or all four of those players, could have some tricks up their sleeve. Let's have a look at the matchup now that we've got Clocknick and Frigbit on Frogs and Cogs, which, by the way, is just a fantastic team name for the two of them together.
I like it a lot. Definitely a fun name to go for and fitting for them.
Facing off against Team Slime Survivors, Shud and Rapid Winning Wolf. Now, I wonder if they like the Slime Survivors game mode. Do you think?
I'm gonna leave it towards no. I'm thinking no.
No, it's like Delete Fall Mountain. You name your thing yourself after the thing you hate.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, though, personal feelings aside, Slime Survivors, I don't know.
Yeah. As a game mode, I'm not sure if I like it myself either, to be honest.
I just don't enjoy Block Party. I don't want to have game modes that I could potentially see Block Party multiple times.
No.
But on the topic of things, did Rapid Winning Wolf try to do the? I think they tried to do the out of bounds, and
I'm not sure what happened there.
No,
Were they going for the out of bounds, or
that's
maybe
the only thing I can think of is because they all of a sudden got thrown to the back.
Oh, you know what probably happened here? They probably got Velhearted.
Oh, they got the Velheart. That is, yeah, that is the worst thing to see here, especially when, yeah, like right now, your option could be just jump off right here and give yourself a little bit of a distance, but even then, it's not going to matter too much. Yeah, unfortunate that the Velheart occurs, which, if you don't know, is grabbing that ledge, trying to hang on, and you fall, glitch to the map, and restart at the respawn at the start.
Yep. Anytime that you try and grab a ledge and sometimes the game glitches and doesn't allow you to climb back up, anytime that happens is a situation where you could just not get the checkpoint and go all the way back to the beginning, which is really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, we all there's a lot of different names to call it: the sweaty boy, the fall, the glitch, whatever term you know. All you know is that you hate seeing it when it happens to you in a tournament.
Yeah. So obviously, Team Slime Survivor is going to be on their heels as a result of that. Hopefully, showcasing it here at Fallapalooza sends a message to Mediatonic. Maybe check out that the sweaty boy glitch and get that fixed up for us if you don't mind.
If you have clips of that sweaty boy glitch, be sure to send that to Oliver and in their Discord, because I know literally earlier in the week they were asking for clips for their QA team. So if you want that bug fixed, be sure to submit those over to them for them to see it and try to be able to fix that as fast as possible.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh my god, where is that?
And so you can see that they're going into a ski fall 2v1 Frogs and Cogs versus just Shud by himself now. And it's the first episode. You can't count out Team Slime Survivors just because of an unfortunate incident. Anything goes. And we've already seen in Fallapalooza before that the 2v1 situation is not a guaranteed win for anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, we were talking about it before, these are if I remember you saying correctly, all of these competitors in this specific matchup here are new to the Fallapalooza scene, so it's not like you can expect much out of them. So you don't really know whether or not in a 1v2 you should be as comfortable. Like you can be generically comfortable in a 1v2, but at the end of the day, Shud could be a massive gamer and pop off here and win this 1v2 no problem.
Wouldn't we love to see that just for the hype factor of it all?
Yeah.
Take a peek back over at Delete Fall Mountain and Sandy Boys on a seesaw. You know, we kind of expect that our competitors are going to be safe and comfortable on a seesaw, but who's going to get the gold medals here? It looks like Triumph went for the respawn glitch, getting it successfully.
Yeah, it just really confused me as they dove off to the side there. I was like, was that a flubbed input there? But no problem. Triumph just casually running across there.
While these guys qualify, maybe we can take a look at Delete Fall Mountain and the Sandy Boys. Check out what their backgrounds are in gaming. Now, I talk about this a lot. I talk about how Delete Fall Mountain, or just the Fall Guys competitors in general, they come from such a diverse background of different esports and gaming and stuff like that. And nothing really encapsulates that quite like the Delete Fall Mountain team.
Yeah, I mean, both of these competitors come from the fighting game community, the big FGZ. KP is on Panda Global, one of the biggest Fall Guys, one of the biggest fighting game teams out there. Like these are people who are massively good competitors in multiple games out there.
KP out here streaming DJ Hero 2 and not getting a DMCA strike. That deserves a trophy all on its own. Triumph's gaming accomplishment is just exclamation mark, no big deal.
For someone who is a mod in that chat, I should really know what that sound is, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Me neither, actually. We'll transition over to the Sandy Boys, their opponents, Scott Obozo and Manto Da. World record in Ratchet Clank 2, 100%. So we got some speedrunners facing off against our FGC folks.
Yeah, so you see, world record in Ratchet and Clank 2, any percent. That's really impressive over there. And on the topic of world records and speedrunners here, we got 4 Nintendo, 4 speedrunners all in this matchup here, and this is going to be one of the more personal ones here.
Personal indeed. There might be a little bit of bias over in the production booth for team _ Fant being the only of our 64 competitors to be a Ori and the Blind Forest speedrunner. So our production crew comes from that background. They're obviously rooting for him. But facing off against Sleeping Dragon, the Fi and Sleeping Bear duo, this matchup is going to break my heart because I want all 4 of these guys to succeed.
Yeah, it sucks. These are outside of Sleeping Bear. These are 3 people that I have befriended because of Fall Guys. These are people who I talk to on a near daily basis. I adore each of them greatly, and this one hurt to see when I was looking at the schedule here, when I knew that these teams were going to be up against each other round 1, and I hated that one of them had to go so early.
And it's going to be an interesting outcome here. I think that team _ has probably been playing Fall Guys more recently than Sleeping Dragon has. But if you've ever watched Fire Dragon play, there's a reason that this guy comes in first in Twitch Rivals. He comes in first in 2 separate occasions in Fall Mania. Runner-up in Fallapalooza, our very first Fallapalooza that we've had. Maybe we can take a peek at their player cards and get a little bit more info on those teams.
Yeah, honestly, like Fire Dragon, if you are known if you know the Fall Guy scene, even if you haven't been playing recently, you know that name. That is one of the best performing in terms of tournament experience, tournament finishes in terms of all Fall Guys players out there.
Absolutely, yeah. He puts it in his gaming accomplishment. 2 Fall Mania victories for Fire Dragon. Also beat Luigi's Mansion blindfolded.
Now that in itself is pretty crazy too.
Yeah, that comes from that speedrunner background. You know a game so well, you can beat it with your eyes closed. Sleeping Bear, his gaming accomplishment, being a cutie, and I can't argue that.
I might have personal bias as I've been friends with that man for 3 years now, but yeah, he might be a little bit of a cutie.
And let's take a look at our 4th matchup we haven't really talked about yet. Z-Gas versus the Autumn Gentleman. Now, the Autumn Gentleman is Plushel and Shaden. Plushel had a foray in Fallapalooza in the very first event, but they're going to be facing off against our second place team now, that being the other half of Gas, which they have coined themselves Z-Gas.
Honestly, I'm a fan of the name. Just, you know, keeping it together. Yay, we are still very much Gas, you know, trying to give themselves it. And honestly, I will say, Professor and Trip are two people that I have definitely been able to have more communication with ever since like the last Fallapalooza, and these are people that I'm very excited to watch and be able to commentate for.
On the fan. At least I'm getting silver.
Qualification for Plushel here. Looks like Professor X is already in.
Yeah. Really, we're just looking at Shay, right? Shay Dan here as they're trying to use this fan, but they constantly are getting ragdolled here.
AAA's having some troubles here as well. It looks like he's getting kind of harassed by an NPC. Not sure if that's a sniper or if that's just somebody causing problems on purpose, but AAA is going to be able to maneuver just fine. It all comes down to Shaden to be able to claim this last spot. What a perfect dive.
What a nice dive. The wall was just low enough for him to make that successful play there, and they'll all be in. A little bit scary for two of those competitors, but not scary enough as all of them make it through here.
Here are the Autumn Gentlemen. A speedrunning and also Mario Kart background for these guys. Plushel deeming that they're pretty good at Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I'd say pretty good is an appropriate term, as I see Plushel doing those time trials, consistently grinding out on those ILs, trying to get themselves some of the best times out there.
And the QT squad, both of these guys representing with some very cute emotes of their own here. And Shaden has earned all advancements in Minecraft. And you know what? That's something that I love Minecraft, and I enjoy playing it, but it's just something that seems so daunting to me. So huge kudos for that, gotta say.
Yeah, all advancements is definitely a pretty crazy event overall there. And I know people grind out that speed run, and that's a pretty long speed run there, so I can't imagine just, you know, how it is on a casual sense.
Now, this is, you know, a very nerve-wracking situation for Shud. He's in a roll-off against both of his opponents right now. He's got to make a big play in order to survive and maybe win the crown. If he wins the crown, he puts his team potentially in the lead, despite losing his teammates so early.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a close score if they end up winning it, but how huge of a morale boost, how huge of a feeling of like a boost in terms of your overall mood does it feel, or that would you get if you actually pull off this win here as Shud? Because that in itself, you're feeling incredible. You're feeling high in the sky. You're feeling like no one can stop you after that.
That's right, and nothing is impossible.
We've definitely seen games like that in Fall Guys already. Nothing is impossible.
Frogs and Cogs kind of playing the passive game here. I think that their strategy might just be to survive, outlast. You know, if all we do is play passively, that's a 2 versus 1 chance to survive longer than our opponent does.
Yeah, I mean, you could also. What I am curious about is maybe they're just waiting for the herd to thin a little bit. You know, less people to be in the way, and then be able to strike when the bars are moving a little bit faster there. But for the most part, they are playing it a little passive, and it really is just it's down to our competitors here. No one else is here, and
Locknick goes down, so now it's just a 1v1 situation here. A little bit easier for Shud, maybe.
Yeah, Fribbit nearly died there, too. That was super close. It looks like the Team Slime Survivors might have an actual chance here, as Frogs and Cogs and Fribbit are the last remaining standing on this team.
It's a 1v1. Nobody's really making aggressive moves. Oh, as I say that, Shud goes for the push. And Shud does, in fact, pull the crown victory here. An amazing play for Team Slime Survivors. They're not yet out of this, folks.
That glitch is not going to stop Shud here. Like we were saying, we might not know much about these competitors, but Shud just showing off right there, playing it cool, calm, collected, no real worries, and actually gets the crown there.
Living up to their name, that's right, Team Slime Survivors. They are the last man standing here.
Yeah. And on the topic of last man standing here, we're going to have this hexagon here trying to figure out who the last one standing out of Team Sleeping Dragon and Team Underscore here are going to be. And we got Sleeping Bear getting run out by this Mugman. Mugman trying to give him a little mug in there, but Sleeping Bear shrugs it off, no big deal.
All right.
11-man hexagon, 11 people remaining, and all 4 of our competitors in.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This Mallard's trying to run out Sleeping Bear. Ooh, if he even pulled up that dive there, that would have been a really good play there. But it looks like Sleeping Bear falls down to yellow here. And we have Fur in a really good position on this upper blue, but this Peabody is just trying to run out all the space, throwing Fur down to purple.
Yep, getting run out on the blue, but now he's got a little bit of space to work with on the purple. And
He can actually
Fire
make that
Dragon.
across there.
Fire Dragon is going to be dropping. Yeah,
Ooh,
Fur doesn't
yeah.
quite make the jump, so they're both on yellow, and NPC remains on purple. Fant gives Fire Dragon a little kiss on his way by, say how you goo, and Fire Dragon gets
Five out.
ragdolled.
You hate to see it.
So now it's just Sleeping Bear alone by himself against Fant and
being the
Five.
person that he is, running after Sleeping Bear, trying to cause any sort of issue, trying to run him out, trying to cut out his space. And Sleeping Bear, he's
Wow.
got some space to work with here, but Fant has all the space in the world here. We're gonna have to see what happens. Can Sleeping Bear make the dive?
Oh, Sleeping Bear tried his very best, but Fant is going to be the one who walks away with the crown in this first episode, ladies and
Sleeping
gentlemen.
Bear knew the play that he had to make, and I mean, all the props of him for hanging on as much as he did, but Fant just had the space, Fant just had the plays, and Fant hangs on for the crown there.
That's right, and Fant didn't need to make the gamer jump, which makes the difference here. And look at this. Z-Gas are the only two remaining by the looks of it against the Autumn Gentlemen. Who knows what happened to the Autumn Gentlemen? Perhaps they got eliminated early in this roll-off.
Ooh, AAA going for that cheeky, decent grab there, and one of the NPCs ends up falling down, so there's already 5 out of the 9 people eliminated.
One that we wanted to help.
So who's it gonna be out of these two? Maybe they'll try and time it out and get those massive kudos, but we'll see how these guys play it out. There's just 2 NPCs remaining now.
They were the one team to time out the jump showdown in the finals to give themselves a chance of coming back. Here's their opportunity to do it again and really push their lead early on game 1.
These guys are the only team that has successfully timed out any final in Fallapalooza together, aside from timing out with NPCs. So the fact that these guys are standing alone, just the 2 of them on this roll-off, does not surprise me at all. And look at this. They're already planning out their strategy. They're already planning, let's go ahead and try and time out this rollout. Because if we do it, we put ourselves in just a commanding lead going into episode 2.
Yeah, and thank you to AAA for having that tracker, so we have this lovely timer to know exactly how long things are going, as they're currently 2.5 minutes into this one.
Yeah, they still got halfway to go, so we can maybe check in on them in a second. If there's another game going on still, I believe there might be another matchup, if I'm not mistaken.
Really exciting to see if they can get this time out, but we got time here.
Never mind. No other matchups going on currently. We'll be able to check the scores on the last one shortly, but all eyes on these guys now. What a jump dive from AAA.
Really
I jumped too far.
Unfortunate, but you know, it's unfortunate that they didn't get the timeout, but they still get the crown here as Z-Gas wins game 1 out of their 3 games here.
That was a rough pattern. It was a rough pattern.
Yeah,
it was hard to see.
One of the hardest ones to pull off.
Yeah, hard to see how that one was going to time out, but they tried their best. AAA walking away with the crown on this one. And look at this team. We're talking about our second place standings in Fallapalooza 2. The only team that was able to beat them last time was their own esports organization, Gas. Their teammates are out now. It's only them remaining for Gas to kind of claim the grand champion prize. And they obviously have something to prove. You know, they made it all as far as the finals the last time. Can they do that again?
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting because, like you just said, only Gas beat Gas last time. So let's see if Z-Gas can carry the weight of of our previous winners, carry the weight of that organization, and be able to put on another performance. Because we've already seen they can take second. They don't have the defending champ curse, so let's see if they can pull off the win here.
That's right. There is no expectation on them if they're not the champions, you know. They got to play their best, and they already are bringing their A game. Eliminated their opponents in that rollout so early we didn't even get to see it. And then they almost time it out between the 2 of them. So they're already just coming out of the gates blazing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, on the topic of, you know, tournament experience, like we've been saying with some of these competitors or lack thereof of others, I mean, Trip is somebody who I literally met before he even started hosting the Trip series. He and I had a conversation a week back about how there was a former Fall Guys player who was trying to host his own tournaments, and he and I happened to squeeze in on there and meet for there. So like Trip is somebody who has been around literally since probably before the first Twitch Rivals and grinding out the tournament scene, whether it is big or small.
and producing some tournament stuff of his own. Going out of his way to host a tournament of his own called the Trip Series. The next one is going to be coming your way on March 5th, by the way, and it's going to be a duos tournament, and I might be participating in it, and I might have...
I might be a participant too.
Yeah, it's weird that you say that. I wonder if maybe we might be on the same team for a competition for the first time in ever.
Yeah, it might actually be the case. I think we might actually be teaming in this duos tournament together.
I can't wait. And you guys can catch that at AAA's Trip Series coming up next weekend. But first, let's have a look at our scores right now. What an interesting situation we have here. It looks like maybe Delete Fall Mountain and the Sandy Boys got eliminated somewhere along the line.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like there was no crown there, and in fact, might even have been like a team game earlier on based off of those kudo counts there.
Yeah, maybe a team game didn't go their way or something like that, but they're now currently sitting in a position where, you know, back to square one. Delete Fall Mountain has a little bit of an edge over the Sandy Boys, but anything goes. As far as the other games go, I think the most interesting story that we have in this first episode, Frogs and Cogs versus Team Slime Survivors. Rapid Winning Wolf goes down as early as you possibly can, getting a 30 points due to a glitch in the game, but his teammate Shud brings home the victory and puts his team in the lead.
Yeah, and like, I was worried it was going to be even closer than that. So the fact that they have like a 300, nearly a 300 kudo lead is actually really good for them going into game 2 there.
Yeah, they've got to be super, super excited about that. And, you know, it's got to keep the morale high, right? You got to keep that momentum up. You got to keep your head up. And that's the best way to do it with Shud coming in and claiming that crown. He's a speedrunner of all the Tomb Raider games.
Classic game. Lara Croft, definitely a very popular character, beloved character, and the Tomb Raider games are definitely like a cult classic there. So that's a you know, great game to be speedrunning.
Let's get back into the action, folks. Let's check out these teams. Now, we're in a Tundra run. There's no way that you can get Velhearted in this level, so Rapid Winning Wolf actually going to have an opportunity to make it in.
Funny you mentioned that. You actually can. If you grab the ledge after the first flipper, you can get the Sweaty Boy glitch if you end up not making it to the second platform and respawn all the way to the front. So it is possible.
Oh, boy.
You know, it looks like it's not going to happen to our competitors here.
Yep. Both of the Team Slime Survivors are going to be qualifying here. And Clocknick just the last one to make it in, but the Flipper's not treating him very well. There we go. He's in now.
Yeah. So no problem here as we take a look at the Team Frogs and Cogs here.
What a good name.
Honestly. And also, can we talk about Fribbit's picture? That is adorable.
Very good branding here. He's listing his gaming accomplishment as beating I Wanna Be the Guy. It's funny, I was actually just talking about I Wanna Be the Guy because currently the Cuphead skins are just being released to the shop. And I have kind of compared Cuphead to I Wanna Be the Guy if Cuphead was not as mean. Basically, what it boils down to.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that sentiment.
All right, and a DoorDash in round 1 for Team __ and Sleeping Dragon.
Yeah, a little bit of a scary situation, but it looks like all of our competitors actually get really solid medal counts as you see at least 2 silvers and a bronze going through, so they all did pretty well for themselves.
You can only do so much on DoorDash.
Yeah, Fur is saying what we already know about DoorDash. There's only so much you can do. Oh, hold on a second. Do we have ourselves another double Q?
If so, it's looking like the way that they're shifting it around, trying to, you know, gesture that to us. It's looking like we might have them all in the same lobby.
If I was sleeping there, I would.
Production is showing that we've got the loading screens going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Even the long loads, are they going to get the same game? Roll out?
Roll out.
Baby.
Yeah, it's looking like everybody's on the same lobby together.
You know what makes this even more special is the fact that that episode that we were talking about, that matchup where 3 teams or 3 matches got into the same episode, Delete Fall Mountain, Team __ were among them.
Yep. And
so this is
one
just a
half
rematch
of Sleeping Dragon, as it was Sleeping Bear and myself that were also the team in there. So Sleeping Bear himself is a familiar to this.
This situation is not a stranger to them. It's just a matter of whether they know or not that they have more just high energy gamers in this lobby or not.
I'm going to take a stab and assume Sleeping Dragon probably does not know or has not been informed, but I'm gonna take a guess and say maybe team underscore underscore knows, and DFM
Yeah,
probably
let's make it a
knows.
quick one then.
And it changes the dynamic completely, doesn't it? Because now team underscore underscore might actually enjoy this. You know, if the other matchup does get a crown, then that puts them in a better position going into episode
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
Oh,
we lost KP.
we also lost Scotto.
Yeah. So it's a 1v1 right now, and you know, you were talking about how maybe fan and team underscore underscore are hoping for one of this side to be able to get the crown here, but it's looking less likely as 2 of our 4 competitors on this side of the bracket are eliminated already.
Triumph and Manto DA are the only ones remaining in this matchup. At least it's a 1v1, you know, nobody's dropping any kudos. No team is losing any kudos, but it does put a lot of pressure on the teammates that are left.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that if you're DFM, you're still 120 kudos ahead, so you do have a little bit of time going for yourself there, and it looks like we have all 4 of our competitors on the other side that are in this game still surviving here, with 1 person needing to be eliminated.
There's only
Nobody seems to want to go down. Sleeping Bear was kind of stuck in a little bit of a ragdoll for a second, but it looks like all of our competitors are safe here.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to read that name, but I don't think that name is anybody that is in the tournament there. Up and first finding out right now that they might be in somebody else's game.
Yeah, Triumph and Manto DA might put a wrench in their plans, but you know, who's to say how it's going to turn out? Anything goes.
I mean,
Fallapalooza.
I will say one thing here. In that game that we mentioned before, where Fur and everybody had been in the same game, Fan was the one that pulled off the victory in that. So, he is no stranger to this, and he is not no slouch to it either.
That's right. Now, Frogs and Cogs and Team Slime Survivors and a little bit of a Hoopsie Heroes here. 17 qual, usually a pretty safe number.
Yeah, I'd say our competitors probably aren't going to stress too much about it. No, like obviously if you see a gold, you go for it, but for the most part, you kind of just vibe it out, find those all those single hoops, and just take it nice and easy. Especially when you are already somebody who's had somebody eliminated round 1, you're probably not going to want to stress too much and just kind of do the best that you can to make it through.
Absolutely, yeah. They already know the stress of that, but luckily they have all of their players in this time. So we're going to take a little dip over to this snowball survival. Fan getting knocked again.
He's okay. Oh
He's
my
okay.
lord. On the topic of, stressing and not stressing, Fan's over here gritting his teeth, hanging on by the literal little bits there, as we actually see Sleeping Bear's out, I think. And
Sleeping Bear is out
too.
and Fi is out. They both get knocked around by the snowballs, leaving team underscore underscore with a clear runway into the finals.
Oh my lord, that is terrifying. That
And
snowball survival took down both of Team Sleeping Dragon.
You have to wonder if maybe Fant's strategy was there. I saw Fant running around the corners of the stage, eliminating all the ice tiles. If he hadn't done that, maybe they'd still be in, but they're not right now, and they get to run away with this right now.
Yeah, this is really looking good for them, especially when this isn't even going to go into a finals here. I mean, however, there's another team in here.
You can't forget there's another team in here. Both of these players are still in, and they're on the yellow team. What team is... they're also on the yellow team.
Together.
So that makes things interesting. Obviously, these guys are complete gamers. There's 5 people on this team, meaning that the matchup going into the finals is going to be team underscore underscore versus one of Delete Fall Mountain and one of the Sandy Boys, if they make it on.
However, if they make it through here, it's also going to be even worse for Team Sleeping Dragon, as that's an entire extra round of kudos that they missed out here.
It absolutely is. And of course, if the yellow team does well enough, they might even get a gold medal, solidifying even more points in their direction.
Yeah, so this is really bad if you're a Team Sleeping Dragon fan, and you really are hoping for a fall ball loss and really just kind of resetting the game here to the best that you can.
Yeah, blue team giving them a little bit of a run for their money right now. It's a tie game. Pressure is on.
Yeah.
They could still lose.
But, they're actually down 1 right now.
Yeah, they could still lose at this rate.
All right, come on. Which one do you play defense? I see 4 of you gamers there. What do you need to go back and play goalie? Don't trust the kindergartners.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't trust the one kindergartner on your team, So now we'll get back to that result in just a second, but let's watch as we get into our second final of this matchup.
This is a hexagon. hexagon too. 17
17.
people.
Yep. Your fate in a hexagon is never guaranteed, but the more people you throw into the fray, the more these layers just melt, and you can see it happening. The blue layer, gone.
Yeah.
Purple
Ooh, there
layer,
was a cheeky little grab there from Shut, it looked like, trying to drop one, but it ended up not really mattering. But I appreciate the attempt.
yep, can't discredit the attempts that are made here. Shud just trying to clear out a little bit of space for himself. It's just chaos, you know? It's hard to kind of get your bearing and force anything on your opponents in this situation because you're just trying to survive.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
tie game
okay.
with 5 seconds left. And then
Tie
they're going to the
game.
face-off hit. Oh, I thought Fant was going to
Oh.
pull that off there. Oh, that was so
Wasn't-
close.
Wasn't quite able to do it there into overtime.
Yeah. Fant in the perfect position for the hit, but just ends up clipping him. As you see, they're putting some great pressure in with both balls in the offensive zone here.
These NPCs are actually just dominating right now.
Yeah. These NPCs probably have no idea that they are legitimately making or breaking potentially competitors and their money, but
There
it
they
ended
go.
up not mattering, and all of our competitors are going to make it through.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, we're
Maybe-
shifting all over
maybe-
the place here.
Oh, Shud's still in?
Shud's still
Oh.
in, but
Oh,
no,
but it
he gets
doesn't matter.
eliminated.
Oof, it's an NPC win, it looks like.
Dude, I was
Yep.
probably like 1
Yeah.
second
NPC
off.
didn't win. And we shift on over to Zgas and Autumn Gentleman, and I just saw elimination flash across Plushell's screen there.
Yeah, unfortunately. However, that was a really low tail tag lobby. Obviously, all my homies hate tail tag, but 9 are going to make it through going into a final here, and it looks to be a 2v1 for a jump showdown. And, well, there you are, AAA and them.
Oh, and then over here on this side, we also have a, 4 of the 5 of our competitors in 2 different games playing in a Royal Fumble. Now, if you're in the Delete Fall Mountain Sandy Boys matchup, this crown makes or breaks it for you going into this last episode.
Yeah,
if you're
and-
Fur or Fant, you don't really need it, but you can really kind of shake things up if you do manage to grab this crown.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy because, like, if you think about it, there are 3 out of the 5 competitors that are here are just different teams. So you have 3 different teams trying to fight for this tail, feeling almost Fallmania-esque, as everyone really needs this tail for this win.
That's right. Triumph has it right now. Crocodile Manta D is like right on their tail. Fant right next to them as well. 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so we got 30 seconds going. Triumph doing some great dip dive dodging and hanging on to this tail here. Let's see how much longer you can hold on to it for, because let's face it, it is Royal Fumble. You know that tail's going away in about 3 seconds from now, and then it's going to be a cluster. And as I speak it into existence, Fant breaks free.
Fant's got it. Fant's on the run. It's interesting that Triumph wasn't actually able to do it. You can see Fur using his body to block the opponents and let Fant go on a run. And Fant
Yeah.
is just pulling all the moves right
The
now.
witch came out of the sky. Fant has the tail. 3 seconds left.
Who's gonna
the witch
get it?
has it. The Fur has it. It's all bouncing around in the end. Just
The NPC pulls the crown out of all of the players on the team. The NPC is the one who comes away with the win.
That right there is Royal Fumble. That
Royal
is
Fumble, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
God.
All right, well, that's 2 out of the 3 episodes where an NPC has walked away with the crown. If that last episode is still going on, let's take a peek here. All that remains is AAA against a bunch of NPCs. Who's going to win the crown?
I'm going to take a stab and say maybe Professor X took the 50-50, took out the one competitor, leaving it up to just AAA there. Obviously, that's just complete speculation there, but I'm going to just assume that could have been the case there, as it's now a 1v3, and this Cuphead is really struggling, somehow getting up on their feet.
Yeah, they're trying to do it, I think, as well.
Honestly, you're probably right about that. Again, we've talked about that before. Now, AAA is making the aggressive plays. He wants this crown. He wants to set the precedent. He doesn't want to deal with the NPCs. Get him out.
As one does. Don't deal with them. Just get him out. And okay, he's fine. He's fine. A little bit of desync. Now he's going to reset himself, as it's a 1v1 right now. He needs to get that good opportunity to grab. But Cuphead does not look like they want to grab right now, so he's trying to wait for that moment.
Nice.
And
they're out.
Doesn't even matter. Got him out, and
Ooh,
there
get
you
him
go.
out, baby. Get him
Zgas
out.
getting another crown,
Dude, they
really
literally
cementing themselves with a
teleported a
great
whole
chance of
tile
making
to
it
me.
I
into
know, I
round
grabbed
2.
it early because of that reason, too.
Yep, you can hear the discussion there. He's happy to walk away with that crown. Let's take a look at Zgas again. Again, our second place team in Fallapalooza 2 coming out with a dominating performance in the first round here.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they're really trying to show that that second place wasn't a fluke for them in that last Fallapalooza. And not only that, but they're really trying to say, hey, just because Gas won the last one doesn't mean we can't do it here. And they really are trying to set the tone for their games early on here.
That's right. Gas might have got eliminated in the first group, but the rest of Gas here still has a chance for Fallapalooza glory. Imagine bringing home 2 crowns for your esports organization, really cementing the importance of the organization.
Yeah,
That'd be
honestly.
sick.
Also, I would just like to say, I feel like you had a missed opportunity there of calling yourself Gas with 2 S's. Just your only distinguishing factor is just adding an extra S at the end. Especially when your name is AAA, you know how to repeat letters.
True. Yeah, I think they were called Trippin' X last time. So now
Yes.
they're getting more in line with the Gas brand this time. But man, 3 episodes we had there, and 2 of them were NPC victories.
Yeah, that was a crazy round here, and if we take a look at these scores here, it's really showing into the scoreboard as you have some really close matches right now, but also some ones that are really looking like they're already out of reach.
Yep. Zgas is kind of steamrolling Autumn Gentleman right now. The difference there being like 1,300 kudos. So in order to make a comeback, if you're Autumn Gentleman, you got to go for that double crown. You got to figure out how to make that happen.
Yeah, and on the topic of double crowns, Sleeping Dragon needs the same situation for themselves.
Yep, 1,200 kudos separates those 2 teams. So big gaps here on the right side, but the story is different on the left side, isn't it? We have Delete Fall Mountain and the Sandy Boys. Both of those teams are coming in with like really small kudos counts. You know, the Sandy Boys haven't even broken 1,000 in 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's definitely been looking like a rough show up in that first part of the bracket there, as a lot of these teams are losing their players early, having some rough bonks and bumps and all of that shenanigan that you don't want to see there. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this final game goes.
Yeah, I mean, these Ratchet and Clank speedrunners, they're on the ropes right now, but it's so close between the 2 of them. There's only 200 kudos. Those low scores have nothing to do with their ability as gamers. It has everything to do with just some bad, unfortunate circumstances. Lucky for them, the luck has been swinging in both directions. So that 200 kudos difference, Sandy Boys gets a good game. They can come out on top and delete Fall Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen it on competitors, tiptoes, roll-offs, even like door dashes. Like, these are games that our competitors are losing in earlier, and it is impacting. So with this only being a less than 200 kudo difference between Delete Fall Mountain and the Sandy Boys, it's going to be really interesting to see how this final round goes.
I agree. And then the bottom left matchup, we have Team Slime Survivors and Frogs and Cogs. And honestly, if you had asked me, how does a matchup look? This would not be on my list of things at all. I cannot believe the way that this episode has come out. Rapid Winning Wolf was just down in the first episode of the first game, and his teammate Shud was able to make up the difference, and that's what's holding them on right now. That's why they have a lead.
I mean, Shud is playing absolutely insane right now, and on the topic of rounds that you might be able to lose round 1 on, we have a situation for himself. Will Shud have to put the carry pants on for another round, or will both of the competitors on Team Slime Survivors make it through here?
I wonder if anybody's going to go for the trick.
I don't know. I feel like it's always exciting to go for, but I feel like when you're in this close of a score right now, do you want to risk it?
That's the question you have to ask, you know?
Yeah.
If the opportunity presents itself, you might as well try, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Take a dip
It's
over.
one of those things that I feel like if the door pieces present itself, you're kind of just like, I might as well try for it.
For sure. Let's go take a peek. It doesn't look like anybody's going for it. You have Fribbit at the front of the pack. The doors were really hard to find. Have to come all the way over to the right side to get into the doors. Is there anybody at the back of the pack right now? It looks like all of our players are relatively safe.
I mean, you never know what'll happen. Actually, it looked like, I think that one, I think one of them doesn't know how to do the skip, but it looks like somebody did it right here as this orange flame, or this orange Pantaloons gamer takes the first place by looking like they did the skip.
And all of our players are going to be in by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And look at this for a no
Oh.
sniping screen. Enjoy my
I'm
cat
not
for
a
a couple
cutie,
minutes.
but I enjoy it.
Oh, yes, you are. You've seen this cat. You can't deny.
And, you know, again, another DoorDash here. So we're getting that situation going where
Last one.
you don't know what'll happen. This is what Plushel and Shadan want, as you have a game that potentially could eliminate both of these people.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me, right?
Oh, no.
We are
Oh,
in
no,
another
no, no.
situation. Oh, they might be different. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. It looks like they might be different. We'll see.
Maybe?
Yeah, okay,
yeah, different numbers.
They're
We're good.
starting
we're
at
good.
different
we're good.
time. Oh man,
All
I
right.
would have. I was about to scream.
Everything's fine.
Imagine being Delete Fall Mountain and the Sandy Boys and just like getting into other episodes the entire way through your first round.
You know, I would have just said Triumph has officially taken my luck at that point for the unluckiest Fall Guys player based on how things have been going for him recently. So if that had happened, that would have just cemented that feeling.
Ooh, we got a little slime climb going on here. We'll check back with those door dashes
doing
in just a second.
All right, we got Shud at the front of the pack, not very far up, but you know, comfortably being able to push themselves possibly into the front here as they navigate through all the rough parts here.
Yep. And joining them is Frogs and Cogs. Bringing up the back is Rapid Winning Wolf. It looks like the Z-Gas combination there. Everybody was able to make it through that DoorDash, no problems.
Unfortunate for the Autumn Gentlemen and in Plushel and Shadan there, as they really would have hoping for at least one competitor being eliminated there.
That's right. Every game that goes by is obviously more kudos going to Z-Gas, and that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, definitely. And you see here, Shud looking like they're going to be able to navigate themselves in for the first place.
Yep, you love to see that. If you're Frogs and Cogs, you got to pick up the pace a little bit. I think that Clocknick was able to get in for second. Just waiting on Fribbit to navigate these hammers.
You know, we've only seen two and a half games out of Shud right now, but I'm really enjoying their performance right now, and I'm definitely going to have to be keeping my eye on them going forward if they make it into the next round.
And Shud was just sticking around for a second there to try and maybe grief their opponent, but now look at this. We're going to take a dip over to this matchup here. Sleeping Dragon and Team Under_. We're already in a final. How is this happening?
19-person hexagon, and that's pretty much going to eliminate Team Sleeping Dragon there, as they needed a double crown.
Yep, I don't really think that a 19-person hexagon has any hope of being a double crown situation. I mean, crazier things have happened, but...
Quick, 17 of you disconnect right now.
Yeah. They're already down on the third to last.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, they're already down on the third to last layer. This is what happens in a hexagon of this number. Already, everybody's coming down. Sleeping Bear kind of blocks Fire Dragon from being able to get up on the platform, which is unfortunate for him. Yeah. So Sleeping Bear maybe being able to hold on. Everybody's on the blue layer right now. Sleeping Bear has to carve himself out a path, but he kind of...
Oh, but he does that little spin move, and sometimes it just takes too long for you to get up, so Sleeping Bear goes down. And Fur right now, and Fant goes down, and all of our competitors go down on this crazy hexagon.
Yeah. If you're Team __, though, it doesn't matter. You're going to be walking away with the victory there. You're going to be happy, so...
Congrats to Team _ as they're going to move on into round 2.
And already moving on into another final here. Frogs and Cogs and Team Slime Survivors. The victor, whoever walks away with the crown in this one, is going to be our winner in round 1. Everybody's still in. Who will survive?
And again, you know, you got to put all eyes on Shud here. This was their game 1. This was the 2v1 that Frogs and Cogs had that Shud ended up being able to win. So it's entirely possible for them to do it again.
Yep, you can't count it out. And now he has help. He's got Rapid Winning Wolf with him. So what are they able to do as a team now?
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see here. Maybe the Frogs and Cogs might have learned from their lesson of not being aggressive, and maybe they're going to try to make for a more of a play here. Maybe Team Slime Survivors tries to go for something, but at this point, I feel like if you're Team Slime Survivors, you just kind of vibe and hope that they make the mistake because you got the kudo lead, and you're kind of just going to wait a little bit until some of these people die, because nobody's dying here.
But he's dying yet. Not even the NPCs are hitting the slime yet.
Yeah. However,
Oh,
there goes
Clocknick
Clocknick.
in the slime already. So now it's a 2v1 in the opposite direction. Team Slime Survivors is going to be pretty happy with this. Do they
Yeah.
go for the grab? Do they go for the elimination and leave their teammate? They don't even need the crown to win. They just need to make sure that Fribbit doesn't get it.
Yeah, so that's why I think you have to go for that player there. Imagine how great of a feeling you would be to be able to eliminate Fribbit here and just cement yourselves into that next round. So let's see what they can end up pulling off here.
Oh, Fribbit!
Oh.
Oh, what happened there?
Shud pushed him too far, and Shud walked himself off. Sometimes when that bar is moving as fast as it is, sometimes you just walk, and with desync, you just go to the other platform instead.
Don't try. It could happen. What happened?
So Clocknick and Rapid Winning Wolf, it's now a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, but again, Clocknick
What?
needs this crown. It's not like they can get away with just not winning this here, so it's going to be real. Like, if you're Rapid Winning Wolf, I don't think you play aggressive. I think you make them work for it here.
Yeah. Fribbit actually is the one that's still remaining. Clocknick is in the slime. It is a 1v1 situation, though. Oh, and the dive doesn't treat him well, and
that'll do it.
Should
So we
do
have
it.
Team Slime Survivors looking like they're going to somehow pull off the...
That's your time to win. That's your time to win.
I don't even want to call it an upset, just tremendous comeback after losing their player round one, part one of the game, literally as early as you could, and still being able to more than likely come through.
I killed one of them so good.
Rapid Winning Wolf has got to be breathing a sigh of relief, you know. Having something like that unfortunate happen, that just goes to show, you know, the name of the game is Fall Guys, and anything is possible, folks. Don't count yourself out because you're out in the first round of the first episode. You can come back and still make it onto the next round.
Yeah. Looking like they're spinning the camera a little bit, so I just want to say, if you're a little motion sickness, maybe close your eyes until this round ends here, because this is moving a little bit fast here, as there's a 1v1 going on.
He really is chaotic with his camera, isn't
Yeah,
he?
this is, I'm not somebody who's getting motion sickness, but this is getting to me here a little bit, as if the 1v1 is happening.
Oh my god, so high.
Just keeps on going. This Orange Bean really putting up a fight here.
And this was the one that I think did the skip early on, so you know that they're a gamer. Oh!
Hey, they were able to get the crown in the end.
Hey, that's a great feeling for Rapid Winning Wolf there.
And what a way to kind of solidify that, you know, Rapid Winning Wolf might have been down in that first episode, but not out, making a name for themselves and moving them into the next round.
They're going to be a little spooky here going in, like showing the resilience, showing that even though they had that early mess up, it doesn't matter. And they actually played really well there.
And now this is a game to watch. 7 people can qualify from this Hoopsie Heroes.
Yeah.
And 4 of them have to be our competitors.
Look at Shay just holding on to AAA and actually gets a little push off there. Honestly, like, I feel like if you're AAA, all you do is just kind of hold on right now, just kind of vibe it. I don't know if Professor already made it in or got eliminated, but Professor actually is not here right now. So
yep, they made it in.
Okay.
They made it in gold medal. Yeah, they're fine.
Gotcha.
Z-Gas is in. Shaden getting the qualification for his team. It's just Plushel who needs to get in now. He's basically got to bank on that gold ring now. There's only 2 spots left.
There is the free hoop a little bit further out, but yeah, it's not going to matter there. So Plushel is going to go out here, and here we are in the penultimate game. Can we just talk about this real quick? How this is 2 royal fumbles for Team Delete Fall Mountain.
That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it
on
looks
top of that,
like
there's no Triumph.
Triumph is out. I don't know what happened to Triumph in one of the earlier episodes, but it's just KP versus Scotto and Man today. And they, you know, if you're the Sandy Boys, you got to be kind of enjoying this potential situation right now.
Yeah, this is probably like one of your favorite finals to see right now if you're the Sandy Boys, is you can really just make KP's life a living hell here.
That's right. We have a roll-off happening as well at the same time, but we're going to keep our eyes on this one for right now. I want to see, the scores are so tight. Whoever comes away with this crown could be the winner, but also Triumph didn't make this final, so it's possible that the kudos difference could make a difference here for the Sandy Boys.
Well, yeah, you can see Scottobozo really just bullying KP, going for that little cheeky grab as he jumps, but is sitting on the platform right now, so like there's still a little bit of space being given. They're not really making it impossible for KP to breathe here. They're kind of just, you know, messing with him when he tries to make these jumps here.
Yeah, Scotto's got the good play here. Scotto knows what he needs to do to get into KP's head and like
Yeah.
just try and get in their way. The only thing that KP can really hope for is, a last second crown or an NPC takes it.
But you know, KP's hearing it. He's like, we in it, we in it. As you see, he's trying to break free. It's looking like he
NPC?
can...
KP grabs it. KP steals the crown at the last second, and that's going to move them into the next round. What an absolute play in the Royal Fumble, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely incredible. KP with ice in his veins, hold on, and actually takes his team into the next round. That was magnificent. No stress. Getting hard griefed by Team Sandy Boys, and it didn't even matter.
That's you can't script this stuff, folks. That's exactly what you see in a Royal Fumble when you're down 1v2. KP makes it happen. Incredible stuff. And now
Simply spectacular.
we transition over to a roll-off, and this is a very similar situation to what we've seen all episode long, all matchup long. AAA, Professor X, the only ones remaining on a roll-off. And, they already have the win secured in the bag. Might as well put some icing on the cake with maybe a timeout in this roll-off now.
Yeah, I mean, they could easily mess around and try to get this timeout here. It's not like if somehow they get a 0 crown, it's going to impact them at all there. So, all the props to them. They put on a tremendous performance. Let's see if they can cap it here. Oh, and there goes Professor taking out one of the competitors there.
Just a couple NPCs left to go. Oh, and the messenger just disappears into the slime. All that's left is a mug man, and you can see Professor X is all over him. AAA all over him. All they gotta do is push him in.
Right here. Get him out.
Get him out. Just a little smooch on the way by. AAA really just trying to cause problems on purpose.
Sometimes
there he goes.
Give him a kiss of death, and I think they decided they don't want to be kissed and they just want to die, so they jumped into the slime themselves. As now we have just our competitors left here.
Not one.
Just Z-Gas alone on a roll-off together, and they're gonna go 3 for 3 in crowns in this first matchup.
Oh, my lord, Professor. Doing a little front flip there.
What are these plays? How are these guys still alive?
Yeah.
Using the bumpers to their advantage.
Better.
They're just better.
You see here, they're just kind of vibing it out. We got about 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes left here, as our competitors are just trying to put on a little show for us here. And the show ended.
Just like before, Professor X misses his jump. AAA going 3 for 3 on the crowns in this first matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute domination.
Eyes? Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be playing their round 2 right after this, so who knows?
Yeah, could entirely be possible here for that Tournament Infallible. Something to keep a little eye on.
Now, I feel like this whole round has just gone by in like a flash.
Yeah.
All of these matches have just like blazed right by.
I think some of those lobbies having multiple people in the same lobby definitely helps blaze through it, but it feels like it was a blink and you miss it for that round there, as we're already looking at what's going to happen in round 2.
We're looking ahead, and we've got ourselves some new matchups with some of these new scores, but like, man, the action is really heating up here at Fallapalooza, ladies and gentlemen. Some really just unexpected events going on. You've got that matchup, the two teams that didn't get any more than like 1,000 kudos in the first 2 episodes. It comes down to a Royal Fumble, a 2v1 Royal Fumble, and KP brings it home for his team. That to me,
incredible. That is going to be the moment to remember for this, even though we still have an entire second half of today, an entire tomorrow to go. That's going to be one of the tournament moments to remember. I'm calling it here.
Oh, it's sticking in my mind already. I'm super excited to see how KP and Triumph are going to be able to take that momentum into the next round against their opponents. Let's take a look at the scoreboard right now. Proving what we all already knew, Z-Gas with a commanding performance over the Autumn Gentleman. Unfortunately, Autumn Gentleman going to be eliminated here.
Something to keep note of. Triumph got 50. If we remember correctly, there was a 35 qualifying DoorDash round 1 that they had. I'm going to take a guess and say that Triumph ended up not making it through that DoorDash round 1, and that's what put them in the situation. So KP had to run the gauntlet of every single part of that episode without his teammate, and still
what a story.
to pull off that crown.
What a story. Yeah, if KP didn't get the crown, it's very likely that they would not even be moving on right now. But KP coming in clutch for his team to bring home the crown and move on to round 2. What an incredible performance.
Definitely one of the best game 3s that I've ever watched there. Like, it was kind of insane there.
And Zgas, 52-65. I think that might hold the record for the most points scored in a 3-round matchup that we've seen in Fallapalooza history.
Yeah, that is a astronomically huge number for a round 3. The only way you're getting higher than that is if they had kept that double kudos going on for your tournament.
Yep, double crowns perhaps in the roll-offs or something like that would probably be the only thing that boosts that score, but 52-65 is absurd. So many kudos. You know, I really, like I said, all of these combinations of teams, we know some of these names. We love to see them come out and perform, but only half of these players can move on, and these are your leaders, folks. Let's take a look at the bracket, and we'll see what we're going to be looking at going into the next matchups here.
Yeah, so going in, we're going to have Delete Fall Mountain, KP's return to the duos tournaments, KP's debut into the Fallapalooza matches, coming up against Team Slime Survivors with that tremendous comeback of their own there.
Yep, exactly. And, you know, Team Slime Survivors has such a unique story all in their own in this Fallapalooza. You know, one of their teammates going down in the very first game of the very first episode, but their other teammate makes it to the finals in a 1v2, claims the crown, claims the match, and now they have to go up against Delete Fall Mountain, who are as equally clutch, we could say, in their own matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting round 2 nonetheless. All of these people having tremendous performances, whether it was clutching it out or dominating their round. It's going to be really interesting to see how this round 2 plays out.
And on the bottom, we have Zgas and Team __. Now, Team __ are no strangers to competitive Fall Guys. They've made it to the finals in a lot of the games that they've played. Let's take a look at them right now.
Yeah, I mean, we know these competitors both pretty well. There's plenty of things we can say about them. And they're speedrunners, they're Fall Guys competitors, overall just, you know, tremendous gamers, and they're finally getting their chance to possibly make it into a day 2 here.
And we hope that they can maybe pull it out, but you know who they have to face off against? The team that pulls out the highest 3-round Fall Guys score in Fallapalooza history, Team Zgas. Ladies and gentlemen, second place in the last Fallapalooza, looking to repeat their performance and take it to the next level today.
Yeah, I mean, just there's only one way to describe that round 1. No offense to their competitors, but it was just domination from start to finish by AAA and Professor X. Like, they are coming out winging. They are coming out saying they want this. So
Absolutely.
It is just. Also, just want to take one aside and say that was a really good look at a picture of Fant there.
Yep. What a gorgeous gentleman.
Yeah.
Listen to KP talk. He's got it in the bag, folks. He's in this to win it now.
I can't. I'm sorry. That broke any seriousness that I could have had there.
I'm super stoked. Super stoked to hear that KP is here to play. And, you know, it's Whirligig. Now, Rapid Winning Wolf, you have to remember, they got Velharded in the Whirligig of the first episode last round. So is that going to be stuck in the back of their mind? Are they going to play it safer? Maybe give up a medal just to make sure they make it through this episode this time?
Yeah, I think you're going to try to not have that situation happen again for sure and take it easy. They're gonna go for that dive there probably and go through the middle, but you're not gonna try to grab that ledge if you can avoid it.
Absolutely, yep. Getting shot off to the side, but you can see instead of going to the middle platform like a lot of top players do, Rapid Winning Wolf instead trying to go for just the sideways.
Yeah,
but
and still getting the checkpoint at the very least. So, you know, it looks like Rapid Winning Wolf's gonna make it through here. And 8th place coming in for Rapid Winning Wolf here. Looking like Shud has a little bit of an earlier time going, so he got in 6th, but looks like the competitors are doing well for themselves.
Silver medals across the board, perhaps. Now Zgas versus team __ in a DoorDash round 1.
Yeah, and well, we already saw, again, I've said it numerous times, DoorDash be a round 1 killer to some of these people here, and it's going to be really scary possibly for some of these competitors. So let's see what happens.
Professor trying to line up the trick here. Oh, he's going in. He's in it to
There's
win
an
it,
Oliver
ladies
trying
and
to do it
gentlemen.
too, but the Oliver gets out of their way, and yeah, Professor gets it. So that's going to be more than likely a first place here.
Oh,
Well,
my heart just stops whenever I see somebody try to go for that in a contest. Of course, he
oh,
picks the last door,
somebody
but
else went for it. Look at that red panda landing there next to him.
You dirty
yep. But Professor X takes the first place.
Yeah, yeah.
I did.
Listening to AAA, you like, you dirty mother, as he didn't even realize his own teammate went for the skip there.
But Fur gets eliminated. Fur wasn't able to clutch it out. He got caught in the pack. It's going to be a 2v1. Zgas has the upper hand here.
Yeah, like I was saying, DoorDash, that killer round that you just hate seeing in any tournament environment.
DoorDash took out Triumph earlier, remember, so it's not a death sentence, right? Fant can clutch it out if he plays his best game. He can still do this.
Yeah, definitely here. It's gonna be really interesting to see.
Little seesaw action. Team Survivors talking about their strategy. Looks like Shud got the warp glitch to make his way up through the stage a little bit easier.
Yeah, you know, it's at the end of the day, it is a seesaw. Yes, it's round 2, and you might have a little bit of a worry here, but I think our competitors, by the look of it, are kind of just going to breeze themselves through here. You can already see Triumph in like the front 3 just kind of vibing himself. And on top of that, you have Shut in second place too. So, well,
transitioning back over to a gate crash here, Zgas and team __ looks like AAA was able to just snatch the first place from Fant, so a little more kudos going in their direction. 2v1
yeah, but
situation.
on the topic of snatching first places here, Shud takes the first place on the seesaw.
Ooh, yeah, let's go. Just in front of Triumph, so Triumph is going to take the silver. Rapid winning Wolf is in. Just KP remains to go across the finish line.
Yeah, but it looks like it's not gonna matter. No, it might be a bronze here. Sorry, my math skills are terrible here, and I'm not really paying attention. So that could possibly be a bronze there for them.
With 31 people to qual, I think you're right. I think there was 43 in there, so that probably is going to be a bronze medal.
You could.
You can hear the strategies talking on team __ Fant's got to be aggressive here. He's got to.
Yeah, I mean, you even hear Fur right there, like, I'm comfortable with whatever you want to go for. That's just that just kind of shows you to the caliber of player that Fant can be. That, you know, Fur's not telling him play your game, do your thing, just like or like you play one way. It's just like, yeah, Fant, if you see the opportunity, go for it. There's complete trust at each other, and you just love to see that as teammates.
Totally.
Ooh, they're going for the double pop. They're trying for this here.
Oh, wow! Fant is able to get everybody out.
I would say probably worth it.
Oh,
That was
Everybody has been eliminated.
Is an understatement there, Fur. You just made that lobby end. That is incredible.
They're
He was getting ganged up on. Fant was on the edge. He turns around, throws AAA in, grabs Professor X, brings him in with them. We're resetting, folks.
Yeah.
This is going to be a 2-episode game.
I think Fant said it best. That is the best case scenario for them there, that everybody just dies, it washes, and they go into game 3 with a crown needing to pretty much cement either team into day 2.
Is what? Oh, okay. I'm gonna DM in on a roll off. No roll off. Okay.
Wow. I'm kind of just in shock from that.
That was
but
absolutely
he left
insane. The
already
fact that
because
Fant was able to survive the initial double grab, and then I think what ended up happening is that AAA and Professor X actually got tied up for a second, which gave Fant the opportunity to turn around and push off Professor X.
One of them
I think you're right. I think you're right. Now we've got ourselves another rollout situation here. I don't think we're going to see as much aggression from these players, but like, talk about Fant though. When Fant is on his game, he gets aggressive. He doesn't even care. He's like in the zone. This guy knows how to turn a situation in his favor. I'm shocked by that play.
I mean,
What a play.
If we just think about like what was said at the start of that round by Fur, it was like, I trust your judgment, do whatever you want, and bam, judgment was trusted, and all of a sudden it's a reset for that round pretty much.
Oh, they are both on me. Holy.
So we got a roll off here. Half the people are already eliminated, but it's looking like all of our competitors are hanging on here.
Yeah, they tried to grief me.
So we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah,
There's a
they tried
Cuphead
to-
trying to grab. It looks like Triumph over here grabbing Shud.
I'm gonna run to your side.
Yeah, it looks to be that way. There's just all sorts of shenanigans going on here.
Oh my god, almost.
KP kind of got stuck behind the bumper there, but he's safe.
Yeah. Also,
Everybody's
taking a quick little shout out to finally seeing somebody do the Cuphead Mugman duos here for this tournament. I know we've only had, so many teams here, but I'm just happy that somebody's rocking Cuphead and Mugman together.
a little team coordination, you love to see that.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, that too can lose you crime me still.
You can hear the toucan apparently, or the parrot perhaps, is somebody to watch out for. You might be wanting to keep your eyes open and see if they're a stream sniper or something. Just adds a little bit more complexity to your game and more things to look out for. But everybody's just trying to play safe right now.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is constantly be having to think about that one toucan being attacking them the whole time. So it's definitely going to be a situation to watch out for if you're any of these competitors here.
Oh,
People are getting eliminated very slow right now.
There's still one spot that needs to get eliminated, and it looks like, yeah, all of our competitors are going to be okay.
They're moving on. Everybody's safe. Shud, Rapid, Winning Wolf, still in it. KP, Triumph, still in it.
That toucan still in it.
And with that other episode finishing as early as it did, all eyes are going to be on these two teams right now.
Yeah, which we have a likelihood of possibly a 3-team game here as we get 18 making it into this next round. And yep, there it is. Speak it into existence. The worst team game. I mean, Snowy Scrap coming in.
And Snowy Scrap.
AP, you can see typing up a storm there. Replying in the chat that the snipers, he is not afraid.
Oh, he is feeling himself right now. KP is bring on all of the handicaps. He knows that he's going to be fine here. He's feeling great. Obviously, don't do that, but he's feeling good about himself.
For sure. He's in the zone. He's feeling himself. He's ready to play. And again, team games, there is no strategical advantage here to throwing the team games. You will be penalized in kudos if you choose to sabotage your own team game in a team game. So everybody's going to be playing in good faith, trying to get their team to the next round regardless of the situation. We want to see those finals, folks. We want to see the hype moments.
I mean, even if
the Mugman died.
this wasn't a it's like, even if this was one of those team games where you might be like, okay, like reaping, like this at the end of the day, the last thing you want to do is lose or win a game based off of somebody else and not even like your own volition. Like, it doesn't show any like skill to your own self here. So these people are just wanting to make it through and show that this little stream sniper, if there is one, doesn't even matter.
Absolutely.
On us. It's trying to grief someone. It's trying to grief. Oh no.
So red team is looking pretty comfy right now. It looks like Triumph is trying to grief the blue snowball just to force
over there too.
Yeah, just to force one team to lose, basically.
It looks like the blue team has that toucan, so they're trying their hardest to make sure that toucan doesn't make it into the next round here.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, they qualified much earlier than they probably would have liked. However, there's about a 15% difference between yellow and blue, so all eyes are on right now whether or not that toucan can get out or that toucan's going to make it into the next round.
And yellow team is griefing blue, so we'll see how that shapes up. But let's take a look at our teams here. Delete Fall Mountains, Team Slime Survivors. Let's have a peek at these guys' player profiles for just a moment again.
Yeah. Also, I did see a little bit of a correction. No big deal is not the sound command. No big deal is that that roll off timeout that they had there when somebody made the comments about it was no big deal. I did it with all those randos. Yeah, so Triumph hitting that little flex there with the first ever recorded timeout of roll off. So they're feeling good.
Feeling good, feeling confident, and you can tell KP is riding the high of that moment in the first round, getting the royal fumble win that he needed to get his team in the position they're in right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is like the most confident I've ever seen like a player right now in terms of KP, literally casually chatting and talking smack in the chat right now with that person as he is just feeling the best probably that I have ever seen him as a competitor.
Let's get right into it. A hexagon for 12 people. All 4 of our competitors still in this one.
Yeah. Well, KP takes a little bit of a spill down to the orange level here, but it looks like everybody's kind of just on the same vicinity right now.
Yep, it's going to be one of those hexagons where all of the spaces kind of get eaten away all at the same time. But look at Triumph. Triumph has all this space on the orange layer all to himself,
Yeah,
just
and
to kind of peruse.
And you know, I as somebody who was grinding out Hex Trials as much as I was, I know Triumph was in there, if not more than I was. So, you know, Triumph has played 72 hours pretty much of Hex Trials over the last few days, so he is going to be very confident with himself here.
Oh, absolutely. And look at this cutoff. He knows that all of this space on the blue is his if he cuts off the bulletkin, and he does just that. Oh, but there is somebody across the way. It's Shud on the other blue, and
Ooh.
Shud is going to make the move to cut him off.
Yeah.
He might just have a couple more tiles, but
However,
everybody's...
you see here, Triumph immediately retaliates by going to purple, but he eats up both tiles and he can't get to the purple there. So this is really good for Shud.
This is really good for Shud. Shud has a lot of space up on the purple after he's finished with the blue, which he's still not.
Yeah.
But now Triumph has to make a move over to this blue. He has to make the jumps that matter here. It looks like he's going to be able to. No, he eats both tiles again and gets eliminated.
He ate both tiles, and right now there's it's going to be Shud in Rapid Winning Wolf right here, as Shud's got such a tremendous position for himself.
There's
And
still a
this
bullet in,
bulletkin-
though.
Yeah. The bullet's still in, but if Shud just cuts off this path here, this bullet can't make it, and he's gonna jump and he's gonna do it, and just like that, Shud takes the game.
Well played by Shud to give Team Slime Survivors the first crown of the matchup, and you can hear the hype.
Was just Shud again. I said it in that last game. Shud is just playing tremendous right now, and they are making a name for themselves here in Fallapalooza 3.
Absolutely, they are. You know, going up against Triumph and KP and showing them that they're here to play. That was a really good play by Shud.
Yeah, definitely somebody who just came out of nowhere in my eyes, and I'm very excited to see how the rest of this round goes with them.
For sure, yeah. I mean, after that, really, all they've really done is tripped up in the very first episode, the very first game of the day. That was their only mistake. They've just been playing really solid so far otherwise.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, on the other side of the bracket, you know, you talk about playing as well as they are. You got, again, Zgas just playing absolutely lights out still.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
What an episode to start out round 2. You got Zgas and Team__ facing off. Fur gets eliminated in DoorDash round 1. Round 2 is a rollout. And what does Fant do? Fant says, you know what? This episode's over. This episode is canceled.
Yeah.
We're just throwing everybody in the slime. We're back to round 1, baby.
Yeah, I mean, look at that right there. Like, yeah, you lost Fur in that, but it is a 250 kudo to like 230 kudo difference. It is nothing right now for 2 rounds to go here. Like, Fant literally just said that this round ends here, and it was absolutely incredible to watch.
Very entertaining. Zgas both teamed up on him, but Fant was able to kind of catch him, you know, kind of screwing each other up.
Yeah,
and so now,
like, you understand that the play that they were going for there was to try to get the double pop and pretty much really guarantee him going off. But it was almost, it ended up being the worst situation for them, because then they were on top of each other when they were trying to grab. If they had a little bit more space, they might have actually been able to make that a little bit easier for them. Just hindsight.
Absolutely. Yeah, this Fallapalooza event is definitely surprising me in all of the right ways right now. It's been crazy to see just how this has been shaping up, but like, what do we even say about it? It's just crazy. You know, Zgas kind of has to hit the brakes now. All of a sudden, they went the first matchup 3 for 3 in crowns, and Fant is saying, you know, we're not gonna let you trample that easy over us like that.
I'm gonna take the blame on AAA's death, as I was the one that said, "Can they get the tournament infallible?" And then immediately that roll off happens. But you know, it is still just like, at the end of the day, they are still playing incredible, and I still would say that the favorite coming through 2 games, despite Fant's incredible performance and trying to mitigate as much of a kudo difference there.
Yep, I agree. And brings it back to square one, you know? This is now suddenly a 2-episode matchup instead of a 3-episode matchup, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
Definitely, and it's going to be exciting because we really just have some tremendous players still to watch here.
Got the snipe screens up. Players are getting ready to square off again. Now, you can hear KP not scared of the stream snipers, not scared about the competition at all. So even though they might be down in the points right now, they're going to be right back up on it and ready to go.
Can we also talk about how AAA's screen is very anti-stream snipe screen is very fitting for the new Fall Guys season coming up. It had the whole vaporwave, futuristic. Yeah, look at this. It's very Fall Guys 4041 coming here. So it's nice to see it fitting in.
Absolutely, yeah. It's almost like it was planned. Let's talk about Season 4 for a second here, because all we really have to go off of, aside from the leaks, you know, I won't spoil anything for anyone, what we have to go off of officially is nothing but a 7-second video clip of probably the best synth bass drum I've ever heard in my entire life, going along with our happy hardcore Fall Guys intro music. I mean, this is a theme that I kind of had predicted in the back of my mind. I was like,
oh yeah, you knew this was
gonna
going to be something eventually.
Yeah, some sort of like futuristic, almost like Tron-like atmosphere. Like, this has got to be a Fall Guys theme. We're coming in Season 4. This is going to be the last Season 3 tournament, I think. Actually, the trip tournament next weekend might be.
Yeah, because I think if you sign on to Fall Guys now, you will see that there's about 14 days left of the season. So we got about 2 weeks going. So I think the trip tournament will probably be the last one.
Absolutely. And quite the transition in themes. We went from like nice, joyous, holiday, festive, wintry season right into the future. Just, you know, a time where winter might not even exist. We'll never know. We have to go to the future.
God, I hope winter still exists in 44A1. Otherwise, we really
we really
need to
fucked
get
up
morbid here.
Yeah, we really fucked up if it's not.
We know which side is the right side.
First talking strategy. He knows how Dizzy Heights works.
Honestly, like that right there with First Ed is something I still struggle with, because I just get oblivious to it. Paying attention to know what side the spotter is, the spinner at the end is, I still don't think about that consciously. I kind of just play the game.
Honestly, it's a pretty minor point, but if you want to get ahead, if you want to get that gold medal, it might be the difference, you know?
Yeah, definitely. All right. Looking around, I don't see any competitors, so at least, you know, they're not going to be in the same lobby.
Yep, no need to worry about the, you know, other matchups interfering. It's just Zgas and Team Underscore facing off against each other in this Dizzy Heights. And all 4 of our competitors up at the front of the pack looking to go fast. Ooh, nice little cheeky grab from Professor Greps.
Yeah, Professor going for that cheeky grab. Thankfully for Fur, he ends up not falling down, and he doesn't have to go down to the bottom here, so he's not going to have too much of a stall going there.
And his teammate Fant is up at the front of the pack. As long as this boxer doesn't grab him, he should be able to snag the first. He does.
Yeah, however, it's more than likely that Fur here is going to get a bronze based off of the cluster of beans that they got going on here.
True,
So
there is
it's looking
quite a
like
mess.
that medals won't really matter.
Cancels it out. 2 silvers is worth the same as a gold and a bronze. And we got a seesaw on the other side. Who comes in first? It's Triumph getting the gold medal for his team. Looks like Shud did the classic. We're waiting for his scream to show, but we just don't see it yet. So we'll have to go based on the based on the perception of his other players.
They're really just trying to make sure that there were no stream snipers in this lobby after that last one.
That's right. That's right.
And they switched over now, and it's looking like we're spectating, so at the very least we know that Shud was in top 9.
Just KP now, all eyes on KP to qualify. Getting a little bit unlucky with the way that the seesaws are tilting here.
Yeah, however, getting a good timing there to get across here. They're not going to get the silver medal, but they're at least going to get in pretty early on for them, which is nice. I don't really understand what this unicorn's doing.
Some more stream snipers, perhaps. Who knows? And look at this. We transition over to the other match, and what do we see? It's another seesaw. Everybody get your push-ups in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and you see Fant already trying to go for the warps here, trying to get himself as far ahead, but also Trip is getting a little bit of a better warp, and Trip is comfortably in front right now.
Yeah, Trip got the perfect warp, the one that you want to see. Warped himself right up to the front of that next platform, and he's going to be comfortably getting a first place here. You can hear Fant saying he got the worst warp. Yeah, that makes the difference when it comes to these levels.
Yeah, and for those who are unfamiliar with the warp that we're referring to here is there is a warp where if you kind of like bash your head at that platform in the first 2 sections that would have a checkpoint there, your head still counts as qualifying or getting to that checkpoint. So what a lot of competitors are do is they'll kind of just swoosh their face into the wall and not actually get onto the platform and then just respawn further up ahead. Obviously, there's a variable as to where you can respawn, but it is a common thing that you're going to see our competitors do.
If one of us gets first place, that will be really nice with kudos.
All right. Moving on to a Tundra run. And yeah, you know, we're going to be waiting for a long time for these seesaws to finish because the NPCs, they roll in real slow. But end to the second round of episode 2 now. And into a Tundra run.
Sorry, hang on. I think Kate's in the chat. So let's rephrase about the Tundra tumble.
True, Tundra tumble.
Don't want to get on anybody's bad side here.
Oh, I spawned in the beginning of the map.
Alright, as we see, Triumph is pretty comfortably in front here.
Oh, Shud gets desync pushed off the left side, trying to go up the ramp, so he's going to be bringing up the back of the pack. Luckily,
Very
the NPCs...
for them there.
Luckily, the NPCs are getting battered around, so he should be able to catch up with all the rest of the group just fine. But yeah, interesting. I've never, like, it very rarely happens that you get pushed off at the very beginning, but yeah, you can see the detriment that caused.
Yeah, you can definitely see. They're definitely falling a little bit behind. And what you're hoping for right now is that little Superman flight going across there, which they do end up getting. So yeah, pretty much any early fault doesn't really matter here for them.
Does matter in medals, though. Triumph did get the gold medal. Looks like KP's going to be crossing probably with a bronze, actually. So everybody else is going to be getting bronze that crosses after him. We'll see.
19 going in, yeah. So I think the lowest there was 19.
Rare char to go far. Rare char to go far.
Rare char to go far.
We get some rare chars in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Accompany it with your favorite spam. You know, we do this in all the Fall Guys tournaments. Spam this blank to root for blank. I want to see your creative spams for your favorite teams. Let's hit it up in the chat.
Yeah. You saw there, actually, Professor X was getting grabbed by that little spaceman over there. I don't necessarily... It looks like they're just an overall grabby bean, but there are a lot of people trying to take out people here.
Triple A keeps getting kissed.
Yeah. A little too much smooching here. Don't y'all know that we should be socially distancing here?
Absolutely. But here we are in a situation now. Fant is not in a 1v2. He doesn't need to worry about trying to push Team Gas into the slime at all. So he's just kind of minding his own business, rare charring with his teammate, keeping things nice and safe.
Yeah.
But the NPCs are causing problems.
Yeah, the NPCs are really aggressive in this lobby right now. And it looks like they're really only aggressive towards the side of Z-Gas here, as Fur and Fant have nobody around them. They're just rare char and vibing it out.
8 out of 13 eliminated. Just got to wait for a couple more to hit the slime. But when it comes to NPCs, you know, you mentioned earlier that playing roll-off is different when you play it in a tournament versus when you play it casually. When you're playing casually, you don't even care if you go down. You know, you put your hands on everybody. You just grab all of the players and you try and push them in. But in a tournament, things go a lot slower because you're not that aggressive force.
Yeah, I mean, I laugh at myself half the time when I die on roll off, because at the end of the day, when I'm playing it casually, I'm just, you know, having a good time. And actually, both of our teams over here are currently on this roll off.
That's right. Another roll-off happening right now. 2v2 again situation here.
Yeah, they're
Now,
grabbing shut, actually.
yeah, if you're Delete Fall Mountain, you're probably trying to come up with some sort of aggressive strategy. You gotta turn the tables in your favor. You've got an 800 kudos deficit right now. You got to figure out how to change that for the better.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those situations where you're obviously being a little aggressive as you see Triumph going for, but you're also going to hope for maybe somebody to get knocked around. And you've already seen server priority bouncing off people, but it looked like it didn't really matter here as all of our competitors make it through.
Yeah, they try to kill me. Be careful. Both
Yep.
of them.
Everybody moves on. Everybody's safe in this roll-off. Take a peek over at our other matchup, and we're in an egg scramble.
Yeah, just some casual leg scramble here, nothing to worry about too much. These scores are too close that if they lose this team game, it's not really going to matter to them, and they're just going to take it into another game 3.
Yep, but knowing that most of our red team here is composed of our top level players, I don't see the opportunity for them to lose. Of course, knock on wood, but looks like everybody's going to be moving on.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I will say yellow's out, but blue and red are a little close in the score, so it's really just going to be a matter of who gets the gold and who gets the silver here. Not that that matters.
Not that that really matters when all of our competitors are in.
Nice. I'm the only person defending, but I'm not really too worried.
Yeah, you can hear
Yeah.
Fur talking about it. He's really not bothered.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely something to they're just kind of playing the game out right now, but they're trying to think about what the next course of action is going to be for them.
Totally. I think that it's pretty safe to say that the red team will be moving on. Yellow's looking really rough here. Fur is honking at the competition to scare them, I assume. Looks like the yellow guy has kind of admitted defeat already. This is going to be a pretty clear, decisive move on for Team Red into the next round. So let's take a peek over at this other team game happening. Team Blue trying to hold on to the Penguins in Peg Pursuit and doing a very good job of that, as you can see. Triple digits. Red team is just getting absolutely dominated. Only 2 points for the red team with 45 seconds left to go. This is kind of how this game looks, folks. When you get 4 really good players all on the same team, it's pretty undeniable that they're just going to crush this game. All you got to do is grab that peg win, run around, make sure you keep jumping so nobody can grab you. And you can see with blue team in such a dominant lead, Triumph is just trying his best to get underneath the stage, which is something that you can do. And it's actually kind of a funny thing to try. But yeah, blue team is going to be moving on. No problem. 5 seconds ticks away, and blue team passes with flying colors. No problems there. We move on over to our other matchup, team ___ and Zgas 2v2 in a jump showdown.
This is going to be really exciting because Professor and Trip can both be aggressive, but Fant definitely not a slouch either for these aggressive grabs here. Fur just kind of has his hands out at times, hoping that nobody runs into him, but Fant will definitely be the kind of player to watch out for and go for these grabs.
Fant has a reputation. They don't call him the tactical toucher for nothing. But
Yeah.
I can tell you as a competitor, going against Professor X specifically in these jump showdowns can be very, very intimidating. So you're going to want to watch out for how they deal with each other. And look at this.
You already see right there.
Fant.
You go.
Oh, Fant goes across. He's by himself now. Triple A jumps across as well. So it's a 1v1 over there. Fant tries to make a dive but misses.
Meanwhile, Trip makes it across the other side and is going to only have these 2 NPCs to worry about and actually survive there. So it's a really scary situation right now if you're Fur.
Yep, because all Professor X needs to do is full grab. Professor X goes down. Fur is able to get the grab, so now he just has to survive with all these NPCs on his platform. On the other side, Triple A gets ragdolled, perhaps. It's all up to Fur.
The Wolf went for the full grab there, and the Wolf went for the suicide and took both of them down.
Wow. So
now
it's
Fur just has to survive these 4 other beans here.
It's up to Fur to time out. He's done this a million times in the past. All he has to do is survive all of these NPCs to claim the crown for his team.
Random grabbing.
You
Yeah,
can hear.
this is. Yeah, you again in Fur's situation here, he's probably not going to be the one to grab. He's gonna just play it safe and make sure that nobody else goes to grab him, if anything.
They all look pretty friendly so far.
Yeah.
Now remember,
That is
even
absolutely crazy.
even if Fur does get this crown, the scores are close enough that Zgas, and they have the lead in kudos right now. Don't forget that if the crown goes the other way in the next episode, it could be all that they need to bring it back. So this episode is far from over, folks, but we still have to see, does Fur claim the crown to at least give his team a little bit of a
Another
buffer?
one goes down.
You never know, especially as like the player count goes down.
Yeah, it's gonna be really spooky right now, depending on how that rest of that goes. And we have a really close final part here.
I don't really know what happened just now. I think Shud was the one who brought it home. No.
No, Rapid Winning Wolf went into a full grab with the Witch and popped the Witch completely off the tile, giving the win to Rapid Winning Wolf as the last person standing.
Wow. So another crown going in their direction. If you're Delete Fall Mountain, you got to be shaking your head. You got to be really just like, what do we do here? As they take another crown, solidifying.
I honestly, you say, what do we do here? They know what they do here because KP did it literally last round. KP can clutch it out even from the jaws of defeat, snatching a victory. It's going to be really interesting to see how that final round goes.
That's right. Wolf's a Gamer says, Fant, you can hear there must be another NPC on the platform on the other side. Oh, the duck
that was
almost...
a little spooky.
The duck almost takes out Fur, but he's going to be standing tall. Just got to keep jumping for a little while longer.
Yeah, it looks like the Superman's not feeling like he wants to be frisky, not feeling like he wants to grab anybody, so Fur can just kind of not make an enemy here and just hope that some desync doesn't happen because this Superman's moving a little wild.
Vigilante's doing okay, but yeah, a little entering Fur's personal bubble a little bit, but looks like Fur is just kind of keeping the jumping going, keeping it safe.
Look
Might have ourselves.
I don't even see him blinking at all right now.
No time to blink.
Yeah.
He's just got to stay composed. He's got to keep jumping. If they time this out, then Fur will be the only crown winner out of this episode for this matchup, bringing his team to a points lead.
They have about probably 30 seconds left at most as we're winding down this round here. No one's fallen off between these NPCs and Fur here. Might be a possible triple crown with these NPCs.
Just a couple moments remain. You can tell with the music kind of...
10 seconds.
Everybody holds their breath. Fur's just got to make a couple more jumps to stay safe. The focus is there. One more bar pass, and he's good to go. Grabbing the crown for his team.
Ooh, what a... Again, ice in the veins, clutches it out, gets the grab on Bethesda X, and then the unfortunate suicide grab by the Wolf on the other end there, but it puts team __ in contention to possibly make it into day 2 here.
Yeah, the lead's got to help him out, you know, and the way the kudos fall, the difference of kudos is probably only going to be about 500 or 600, so a crown the other way means that Zgas comes back in, but you got to like being in the comfy seat if you're team __.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen what Fant can do when he's just, like, throws caution to the wind and tries to eliminate people. Like, he ended an entire episode. Like, you know that he's going to be feeling confident right now going into game episode 3 here, and Zgas, I'm sure they're feeling good too, knowing that they still need to have just only a crown to make it through, but it is still just something to keep in mind here that these are very aggressive players, and we don't know what to expect going into this final episode here.
Yeah, the clutchness from team __ on both players' accounts. Like, the only reason that team __ is probably going to be in the lead right now is because of that incredibly clutch play in the rollout from Fant in the episode prior. So these guys are here, and they are not giving up, and I love to see that ambition. And then if you look at the other side, Delete Fall Mountain kind of caught on their heels a little bit right now.
Yeah, definitely not the results that you were expecting. I know at least I specifically, and you to a lesser extent, have been like very highly praising Shud right now and their play. But even then, Rapid Winning Wolf is the one that pulls off this crown here. Both of these competitors are really making themselves be known for, I've seen them in like the Twitch chats and stuff like that, maybe stream visitors here and there, but they're putting their foot into this competitive environment and really showing off here against arguably one of the best teams out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it shows in the scores, which we're going to have up on the screen in just a moment here. But Fallapalooza, it doesn't even matter which way you slice it. You're always going to be surprised by the outcomes of these tournaments. And what a display we've already seen so far, folks.
And on the topic of surprises here, it is actually on the top side of the bracket. A double crown would tie it up right there. Like that is a 1,470 difference in terms of kudos. Like if I'm doing my terrible math correctly, that's enough to possibly tie it up there. So it is still doable for KP and Triumph. They just need a lot of things to go their way here.
Yeah, Double Crown is looking to be the solution here, which doesn't leave you with a whole lot of options. But if you get Team Slime Survivors caught in the corner, maybe eliminate them early. You set yourself up for a position like that, and maybe it falls your way. Maybe you get the jump showdown you're looking for. But otherwise, it's a pretty tough situation.
Yeah, and on topic of tough games, this is a 400 kudo difference for Team __ and Zgas.
Even less than I thought going in. 400 kudos separates them, which is less than a crown easily. So Team __ has to keep their ground. They have to hope for an NPC win or hope to take the crown themselves. Just play confident, play solid, solidify that win. And yeah, look at Fur's anti-snipe screen. That was actually a PC commission, an art piece that he did for his channel specifically. It's all about that.
That looked familiar to me.
All about that wintry vibe, you know?
He is a fur.
He is a fir tree. That's true. All right,
so we got ourselves this gate crash in here.
One of them.
Oh, and KP missing his gate. Just missed the bus, and now he has to wait for this entire round of doors to open for him to qualify.
He's getting griefed by this, this hamburger here is just trying to really eliminate him here.
I think, yeah. Oh, he's
gonna be fine. Oh my lord, that hamburger is really, really targeting KP here.
I think they're out anyways, but yep, pink medal for KP means that, the chances of catching up, even with a double crown, are starting to slip away. You got to make a move on Team Slime Survivors right now. You got to get them out of the competition. You got to get them out.
Yeah, that much is for sure here. Definitely a scary situation right now for Team Delete Fall Mountain, and you need something to go your way right now. And right now, that is the opposite case.
Yep, you got to cross your fingers and hope, basically, at this point. What kind of game are we going to see next? People are dropping out from the queue. You can tell by the long loads. What game is it going to be?
Egg Scramble. Okay, I'm not the best if you're Delete Fall Mountain. It's not like a Jinxed. It's not like a Hoarders. However, it is still a rough one to see right now because you need to eliminate Team Slime Survivors earlier than the finals.
Sure do, and you kind of were hoping for some game to allow for that right now, but this is not the game.
Yeah, you're hoping for like a slime climb instead of this right here.
Yeah, slime climb or maybe a rollout or something that you can get your hands involved in, and this is just not it. These guys have to just kind of play their best team game and hope for the best. Shud and Rapid Winning Wolf are, if the episode ends here, they wouldn't be so upset, but it's not going to be of their own accord, of course. No team griefing is allowed in Fallapalooza.
Yeah, and I mean, considering what's it called? You have Triumph and KP on the back foot right now. They're going to do everything in their power to make sure that they make it through here. So even if, let's say, the Team Slime Survivors were AFK in here, I still don't think it would have mattered.
And like a mirror image, we have Zgas and Team __ facing off in a gate crash of their own right now, going into episode 3.
Yeah, and you see Fant actually gets tripped up a little bit here. It's not like it matters because they're so far ahead, but Fant trips up again. Fant's just having a rough time.
Sometimes gate crash goes this way,
Yeah.
He's got to wait for his gate to open again. He's through. Look at the left side though. Professor X clear domination, getting that first
That
place.
was again like the kudos will obviously matter when it comes to the crown coming in, but like the little differences here, these little extra like mental side of things too, is going to be a big factor. I feel like.
Totally.
And we're
You know, keep strong, right? Keep strong. AAA got a bronze medal, so only a 35 kudos difference between the two teams in that game. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
And yeah, yellow team really struggling to try and keep up with these guys.
I mean, just look at half of yellow team's just AFK in red basket, not really playing the game at all. If you look at the bottom left corner, and there goes one of them leaving the game. They're having themselves a game, I guess is the nicest way of putting it.
They are trying their very best.
Were they?
With smile. Yeah. Race number 2 for Zgas and team __ a little Night Fever.
A little Night Fever action again. I think Fant has talked about how he has. You know, I'm not gonna say it until after. I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not gonna say my point until after. Let's just let this race happen, and then I'll say what I wanted to say there.
At the beginning, AAA takes it handily.
I think Fant's controller stopped working for a second there.
Who knows? Who knows? He's still running though. He's still good.
Yeah, he's having a good time there.
Oh, I got really weird ragdolled.
Fur got
Fur
yeeted.
fell off a little bit there, as you see both Trip and Professor X are cruising on through 1-2 right now.
Yep, they're making up those kudos really well. They're
Yeah.
dominating the races.
And with Fur having that early spill, he might possibly be in like a bronze contention, which would really help him out in terms of those kudos.
See how it kind of plays out, how the cards are dealt.
Okay,
All of Zgas is in.
Now that Fant is qualified, the point that I was going to make was Fant likes to talk about how he still has like a 100% qual rate on Night Fever, and I wasn't about to say that and then have Fant not make it through for the first time ever.
It didn't change my method, it was still funny.
But they both made it through, no problem there.
Indeed, yep. Everybody's safe, moving on to the next round. And over here, we got a Hoopsie Heroes for Delete Fall Mountain and Team Slime Survivors. Now, this is a game you might want to see if you're Delete Fall Mountain, if you've got a lot of confidence.
I mean, if you're like, oh wait, Triumph's not in. Where's Triumph?
Nobody is in?
Nobody's in, they're leaving?
What just happened?
I'm confused. Did we miss something? What happened around?
Did something
what happened
happen?
Game 3?
Did they get eliminated from something?
Did we miss an entire game after the egg scramble? Did something happen? We're gonna need some information there. But they're backing out right now.
Triumph died in a tiptoe, I'm getting from the chat.
They both died on a tiptoe. So
both died on a tiptoe.
We missed that entire round there because we never even saw it. That is heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking.
Well, that'll decide it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Team Slime Survivor is going to be moving on to the quarterfinals tomorrow as a result of that. Man, what a result. What an upset.
A tremendous upset. Nobody would have expected that going in there. Like, no offense to Shud and Rapid Winning Wolf, but like, this is not something that I'm sure anybody could have predicted here. That is just absolutely heartbreaking for Team Delete Fall Mountain.
The odds were stacked against them. To be fair, they needed the double crown, and it wasn't going to happen there. So, unfortunate.
Yeah.
But now all eyes are on Zgas and Team _. And yes, this really can go either way. But look who's in first. Fant speedrunning the level with relative ease, but leaving Fur all by himself. Do you think the AAA and Zgas are going to, or Professor X are going to stay around maybe? Try and grief? No, Professor X goes in.
Yeah, AAA though waited a second real quick to keep their eyes out and then decided to go in there. So it was really interesting.
Yeah, but no sneakiness, no sneaky plays. I think we still have Shud in the game by themselves though on the other side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shud was the only player that made it through that tiptoe there. So you know, maybe they can maybe they'll get their crown there for themselves.
If they do survive the Hoopsie Legends, then maybe we'll be seeing something going on over there. Yeah, he's going to be surviving, going into a roll-off by himself, all alone. Can they nab a crown, go 3 for 3? Let's see. Shud waving to the fans out home. And he deserves to take a victory lap on this one.
Honestly, I've said it numerous times, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Shud has made a name for
Good
themselves.
luck moving forward. What does that mean?
Good luck moving forward. It means you've already made it through, Shud. That's what that means.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about whether you win or lose this episode, my friend.
Yeah.
You move on to tomorrow with flying colors.
That means you're into tomorrow. That means you get to play for potentially the money.
Yep,
As
all by
you
himself.
Yeah, just kind of vibing it out there.
All by himself in this roll-off against NPCs. And, you know, again, if he brings home the crown, go 3 for 3 in round 2. Have yourself a lot of momentum going into the next day of Fallapalooza.
Yeah, if you get this crown here, I mean, even if they don't, but if you get this crown here, you're feeling absolutely amazing going into tomorrow.
Against all odds, too, you have to remember Rapid Winning Wolf going down really early in that first episode and still managing to kind of clutch it out with Shud. He's on his game. He's on point right now.
Yeah, Shud is just a man on a mission right now, determined to try to make their first Fallapalooza one to remember. So we got 3 out of the 7 people eliminated here, and Shud's not even trying to make any aggressive moves. I mean, you can put on a show for us. You don't need this crown. Don't worry. Don't put your hardest survival pants on. Just, you know, go for a little push. Come on. This koala's right there. I want to see that move. I want to see that shove. I'm not seeing any movement. Come on now, Shud. Shud, do a shove. I need that content play. There's nothing weighing down on this. Go for that play. It's a 1v1 now. Come on, you can do it. Right there. There you go. Oh, and
he holds on for the win. 3 for 3 crowns from Team Slime Survivors. What a show!
I don't know
what
if they pulled that win off there. Actually,
they did. It said round over. They qualified. Okay. No elimination there.
Super close.
Incredible. Take a peek over to our other matchup.
Thank you for the aggressive plays and making me happy there, Shud, as we have this Penguin Pursuit here.
Yep, Penguin Pursuit and blue and red both just dominating with points right now. Poor yellow team doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, you know, just a tight contestation again for blue and red as yellow team kind of played the game.
Oh. Getting word from our producers that 2 of the players that are practicing and getting ready for the upcoming matchups that you're going to see, Group 3 in Fallapalooza, were on the red team.
Yeah, that is very interesting to see going into this possible finals here.
All right. We'll see how this plays out. The names are wrong on the screen, but K Breezy and Dynasty are in a roll-off in the tournament against Zgas and Team __. So that may play into account here.
So
what
6
happens.
out of the 10 people are competitors, but 4 out of the 10 are the ones playing right now.
Correct. Yeah. K Breezy, they probably don't even know that they're in this game right now. They're just playing their practices, getting ready for their matches later on, but here they are.
I imagine if they knew, they would have probably backed out, because this is not a situation you want to be in as a competitor.
That's right. So for the sake of fairness of competition, we do have to treat them as NPCs right now. All eyes are on Zgas and Team __. Who is going to bring home the crown? It's going to come down to the endurance test right now.
And for clarification, NPC is not non-playable character. It is just non-participating champion or character. So they're just somebody that's not participating in this immediate bracket right now.
Something tells me they got word, because 2 people just jumped directly off the side. So I think
I completely whiffed that. Yeah, so they jumped off the side is what we're being told here. And speaking of off the side, you see Fant just getting shoved right off there, and it's now a 1v1 between Fur and Professor X.
That's right. Yep. Fant got shoved off in a suicide play from AAA, and now it's just the two of them. Now, Fur, maybe he knows that if the crown doesn't go his way, he can try and maybe take Professor X out or something like that to solidify the win for his team. It's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Yeah. Ooh, Fur's getting a little aggressive, and oh my god!
He pushes off Professor X.
X.
He does it with the incredible grab. It's just for underscore on the platform alone with some NPCs now. That's going to solidify their ticket into the next round, folks.
For the first time, I think that's Team Underscore moving on to day 2 of Fallapalooza. And it doesn't even matter that Fur loses.
Even though he didn't make the jump across to the orange side, the points are probably going to work in their favor. What an absolutely brilliant play from Fur.
This last game 3 for both teams here, absolutely just like you were the one that was able to see. My hands were just up here. I am just like, what just happened here? Because that was such a crazy way to end our round 2 games here.
Oh man, it's the curse of the top 8 teams. I tell you. Every single time a team makes it real far in Fallapalooza, they come back for a repeat performance and are upset in round 2, sometimes even upset in round 1. Team underscore are going to be moving on to tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, taking out our second place team Z-Gas.
Yeah, and as for Gas as a whole, you hate to see it. Z-Gas right there. They had such a dominant round 1. And for that to go the way that they did there is just absolutely heartbreaking for them. But again, on the other side of things, Team underscore probably just, they haven't been playing Fall Guys as much, but they're sitting there probably all excited, like, yeah, we finally were able to do it. We got ourselves into a day 2.
It doesn't even matter how much they've been playing or not, because it comes down to clutch situations. And Fant knows how to clutch it out. Fur showing that he knows how to clutch it out as well. The fact that basically the roll-offs and the rollouts were the deciding factor of this matchup, and Fant came aggressive. And basically, he was the one who decided the way that this was going to go. Fant is the MVP of this matchup. I'm calling it.
1000%. Fant is... If Fant doesn't make that play in game 1, this game doesn't probably happen the way that it does at all. There's probably not enough kudos for it to even have mattered there. Like, Fur probably needed to win that game. So it is just like absolutely incredible performances. And like Fur and Fant as competitors, they are those kind of players that you just see like they're the straight-faced killer. You know when they need to make the play, you know that they're going to do it because that's just the kind of player that they are.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a move by Fur to make it happen and send his team to the next round. I'm still just kind of reeling after watching that. That whole matchup from episode 1, 2, and 3 all the way through was just such a delight to watch. So clutch. You think about the jump showdown. Even think about the jump showdown where all 4 of our competitors made it in, and there was just a situation where like AAA and Professor X got split up, an NPC got handsy, AAA fell off as a result of that. Professor X gets grabbed by Fur. Fur survives the entire 5 minutes. Clutch plays from Fur and Fant to make it on.
Yeah, it is just absolutely incredible. I am blown away over their performance, and I mean, I shouldn't be. Like, I shouldn't be surprised. These are people that I'm friends with. These are people that I know. But yet, I'm still in shock over what that result just showed there, because that just shows you how incredible both sides were there.
Totally. And then you look at the other side of the bracket, you have Delete Fall Mountain, just coming up short on all the crowns across the board, it seems. Just not able to clutch it out this time. And then both players on their team get kicked out in a tiptoe. And that was the nail in the coffin, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Tiptoe's been a killer in this tournament. I think we've probably seen more than a half a dozen competitors lose on Tiptoe already, and we only have gone through 2 parts of the groups.
Yeah, Tiptoe's been the killer for sure. Yeah. And we're going to take a look at those scores. Your round 2, group 2 results, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how close these kudos are on the bottom half. But it doesn't matter whether team underscore solidifies the crown or not. They had enough of a lead going into round 3 that all they needed was to make sure that Z-Gas doesn't pull it out. And here we are. 270 kudos separates team underscore and Z-Gas, and they're moving on.
I think we should have more teams trying to get eliminated round 1, episode 1, because if you look, Fur also had that happen. He only got 30 points there, and they
Yeah,
still made it through. That is the story of this tournament right now, is that even losing round one, episode 1, doesn't matter. Like, they are still pulling off these comebacks and these clutch plays.
absolutely. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to think that that's been the story. Moral of the story, Fallapalooza 3, never give up, never surrender. Even if one of your teammates goes out round 1 in one of your episodes, you can still claw your way back to win. And that's going to be the matchup that we're seeing tomorrow. Team Slime Survivors, exact same story in round 1, team __, round 2, meeting in the quarterfinals now. It's going to be a wild matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be a really exciting matchup to see two teams that you probably didn't expect to make it into day 2 here, pulling off their respective upsets, pulling off their amazing performances and their clutch plays to bring them into day 2 and bring them into possible money contention.
That's right, moving right into the quarterfinals. And, both of these teams are only one win away from the money, ladies and gentlemen. $2,000 prize pool, 50% of that going to the winners. $1,000 prize to split between 2 people at the top. Only one team can win, and already we've decided 4 of our 8 moving on to tomorrow.
And again, congratulations to all those competitors. Absolutely just fantastic games to commentate, fantastic matches to watch, and I'm very excited to see what our top competitors who have made it already through do tomorrow.
And the most exciting part about it all is that we're only halfway through Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen Group 1 and Group 2 bring really solid performances, but we still have the entire other half of the bracket to go. Group C and Group D coming your way. This is where we say goodnight to Chloe. Chloe, thank you so much for being in the booth. It's been an absolute honor.
This was, again, something that I've been wanting for a while now, so thank you so much for finally being able to make this happen. Thank you. I had a blast doing this, and I can't wait to watch the rest of the tournament.
Perfect. Parting question for you. Of the 4 teams that we've seen today, which one of them is your favorite to win the entire Fallapalooza 3?
It's hard to remove the bias out of, my literal friendships of Fur and, Fur and Fant there, because they've done it before. These people can make such clutch plays, so I think I'm just going to go with team __ to finally be able to pull off a tournament victory like this in Fallapalooza.
All right. That's a good call, Maybe Fant and Fur can continue to clutch it up, bring it all the way to the finals, and we'll see that win. But only tomorrow we'll know. We still don't even know who they might face off against in the finals. Group C, Group D, coming your way. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more Fallapalooza action. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.